TNS top 8 qualifier, the first match of UNI2 tonight.
Let's see it. All right, all right. I see you guys claiming those codes as well. Thank you so much. Heading on into the graveyard here. Let's see who gets sent down into that loser's side. Runs right immediately into that 6-6B.
And let's see it. Yeah, the society color coming out for Havard here. You know, we got another musical in theaters right now, getting the wicked power up, but it's SlushRushSweep who's exerting the wicked pressure here, the overhead.
Society palette is so crazy, bro. That stun locked me for a second. I'm not gonna lie. Goes for the empty low. Finds the green shield, and there we go. The skewers straight through. SlushRushSweep with the immediate perfect.
Man, and just showing that even with a zoner, Under Night is now such a high damage game. SlushRushSweep cleaning that up so quickly.
Oh, there we go. But finally, Havard has the corner situation. You get the J6C, but ends up getting the side swap. But it doesn't matter because we got the re-side swap combo here for Havard. 3D for the frame kill. That's evil work, man. I really thought it was the miss input, but I'm sure SlushRush thought the same thing. Now still stuck in the corner with this fireball.
The dominance in the corner here from both of our players is exquisite, and we got to talk about that corner steal from the J. Like, scholars are going to be studying that.
Yeah.
What was
Maybe
the
ended
setup?
up walking themselves out of the corner, but still no 100 meter to try and VO out of here. Just got to defend for your life. Finds the mash out here. Counter hit for SlushRush. Still going to need a few more good hits to try and bring this round back. There we go. Back spike for the side swap.
Pressure in, and the overhead once again. That 50-50 so ambiguous from Hilda, able to really exert her pressure off of any situation. Anytime you get put in block stuff. There we go again, going low that time.
Yeah, I like the roll on the Gloom just to try and avoid the 50-50, but the patience coming out from SlushRush as well. Definitely aware of the defensive options, but still gonna block the overhead. The 50-50 able to escape, and Havard ties up the rounds.
Yeah, definitely something Havard is looking for in every situation. Hilda players notorious for having that finger on the eject button when it comes to metered reversal options, like guard thrust, like veil off. So you really have to watch out for that once SlushRush has meter. But now just using it full offense here. We got the grid break. This is all going SRS's side.
Oh my god, SlushRushSweep caught you out. Hard committed to the, you know, crouch shield earlier from Havard, so the extra damage from the grid break also making it even more difficult to try and escape. No shields to save you. Game 1 over to SlushRush.
We gotta call it game 1 perfect, game 3 perfect. SlushRushSweep, the offense is unbelievable tonight.
Wait, you're actually right. I forgot that that was 2 perfects in a single game. I'm not gonna lie, SlushRush definitely looking for the sweep here to try and stay in that winner's side, but we set the Gloom on Havard.
This again, untouched in round 1. SlushRush really putting this reach to use, leveraging it against this closer range character like Akatsuki. Great call out on the air approach as well. Here we go.
Ooh. Might have been a drop there. Maybe looking to bait out a DP from Havard. Either way, still finds another grid break. Maybe Ender not going to be enough because there's no meter to follow up afterwards. Ooh, chilling with the air stall TP right over the fireball.
No!
From the
Asleep
top rope
with the
and the
wheel
overhead,
here, the
yeah.
overhead catching.
All right, send out the FF. We whiff on the green shield, but still J2C, my beloved, from behind the back.
Important starter here, and at least we tech into the combo. Havard not really punished for that drop. We'll take the corner with a full stick of butter.
Yep. Call it a drop, call it a reset. Either way, definitely chunk through the HP bar on SlushRush, but, you know, maybe calling this a meter round, right? I don't know. Either way, working your way through, evening up the health lead. Now we set the Roomba for the 50-50. Walk it out.
Pull through. Now we got the cycle when spent immediately. Just going for the meter there. Havard,
Yeah, this puts us in a rough meter situation, right? Because now we got 200 for Havard, but I'm saying all that. We still find the hit for SlushRush. Still not enough to build the 100 you need for lethal.
Block the overhead, and now the EX Fireball creating the opportunity. Bitatsu catches. This should be enough damage. Havard, do we have it? And yes, even meterless, able to find that kill. Staying in the game here, and on winner's side.
Yeah, we had the AB just in case we needed it. The teleport's behind you, nothing personnel into the skewer, but dash block right into the Gloom, trying to win grid. But again, these hard commits to the crouch shields are not working out well for Havard.
Yeah, really suffering here, and you will see that SlushRush is now breaking out the overheads in the clutch situations, just not believing in Card's ability to block them. No!
Dude, that's like 4 grid breaks in 2 games, and now it's set point for SlushRush. Grid broken, so the meter situation is really rough for Havard, especially with that CVO. So much meter to try and run through for Slush.
Unless SlushRush is going to find like a lifesteal build hack in UNI2, I don't believe we're going to get another perfect here, and may even get another game if Havard's able to keep this offense up.
Let's see, Shield and Tatsu, you had CS, so nothing to have to worry about there. 5B, walk it back. Yeah, the long shield too. No dash coming out from Havard, but finally finds a grid break on SlushRush's side.
Yeah, it took so many on the chin there, finally able to grid break his nemesis here.
Yep.
Havard trying to find the space back in. Those dash blocks can be really nice for Akatsuki. He has really good momentum at the start, but if you get counter hit, that momentum is not going to be on your side, and cleaned up for SlushRushSweep. 3 perfects in 4 rounds, folks. Has to get those life goals put together, though. How many kids does Hiko have?
That's what I'm saying,
never
man.
know.
The married man, Londrekia, pulling up to the stand, you know, following after your Oshi, but let's see. Round number 1. Run up pretty good middle on the crouch shield, but nothing found from Boltstruck aside from a delay 2B.
Pressure up the back tech, getting you out of that projectile situation, but only closer to the corner. Boltstruck connecting with the tornado follow-up. Going to create this very devious situation.
Yep, set Fireball Loki looking for the tech, but nothing to be found. Takes it the skies off of the chain shift, but still 3C brings you right back down to earth, and with the EX spin, should be a clean kill. Another perfect.
People are just, they have some pent-up frustration, perhaps, from the Thanksgiving season, you know. Maybe had to travel a little bit farther than they'd like to, see some family members they're not too fond of. And it's just like, you gotta let the emotions out in Under Night. Just full offense, full send every single game.
Yeah, and tried to go for full send on the Rekka there, right? Hiko trying to reach Boltstruck over in the corner, but ended up escaping with that double jump back in the corner. Now again, another hit for Bolt.
Up here, and this AB Ender creating such a good situation where the projectile is so close when you wake up.
Yep.
Really getting rid of a lot of the ambiguous stuff that could happen before with that spacing.
Here we go. JC into the tick throw. Ended up putting you back mid-screen, but it's okay. Another back throw puts you right back in the corner where we're looking for. Was that a run-up FF?
Well, we just had run-up invincible reversal there. Will eventually get cut down by the ice rain, but Boltstruck showing that aggression we were talking about. The fact that Boltstruck is not to be messed with here.
Yeah, I saw that ice rain comparison chart from Free Game the other day, but we got the OG on the board to put ourselves 1-1 on the rounds. Not quite the perfect, but you definitely have a really good meter advantage. Able to hold on strong for grid though. Boltstruck with CS.
Oh. Raid getting you out of a very dangerous 5B starter there from Hiko.
Yep. I like the deep run in 5A from Boltstruck, trying to look for an OS, but Hiko just holding on strong to the down back. VO to bring you right back into the corner. We set the 2-2C. It's 1,000 fireballs, but 1 FF to escape. And the side swap Rekka 2.
Londrekia with that auto drive here. The future is now. That cross under was brought to you by modern technology.
That's what I'm saying, man. All right, roll through the fireball. We're chilling off the spire, and we find the low Rekka 2. 200 in the bank, but none needed to be spent. That's game number 1 for Hiko.
Hiko looking so solid there. That corner control was just all over. And even after, you know, Boltstruck would get out a little bit, you'd always see it like a throwback or a cross under. Keeping that positioning was so good for Hiko.
All right, fancy with the gold throw. Chillin'. Another throw. We set the fireball. Just waited out with the 5A. No throw attacks coming out from Hiko.
Oh, not quite enough to steal the cycle off of that throw, and now Boltstruck finding the hit with this bonus damage, with the pressure of this cycle. This is a reversal of fate, and here we go.
There we go. Send to the pavement. Waited out. No, but off the 2-2B. Still able to find the escape here for Hiko. Sending it with the FFs. 100 to your name. Nice threat, but not a threat when you're pulling up all the way full screen run up throw.
It could happen to you, folks. Oh no! Hiko maybe looking at the cycle there, so close to winning it. Missing the F-150, the Nanase 66C flying right at him.
Alright, Dio to try and escape. Once again, the FF. Seen quite a few coming out from Hiko, but we're not going to catch it on Boltstruck's side. Might as well keep sending it CSDP right through the 5B.
Scrambly right now, no big hits to start off, and Boltstruck together here with Green Shield, unpunished.
Yeah. That was a lot of with green shields, but no direct punish, right? But still able to keep the grid so healthy because of these staggers from Boltstruck. Seeing the defensive panic coming out from Hiko, but instead full commit to the FF.
Here.
Okay, send it with the Spire all the way from downtown. Fireball CS
Really
511.
good run down there. Saw Boltstruck in a bad position and took the entire corner space off of that. But threatening here, Boltstruck one hit away.
You see, walk it out. Throw is lethal. Boltstruck ties it up. We're one apiece here over in the winner's semis.
What a close match between these two. But I feel like you can really feel Boltstruck creating the weird situations right now. It feels like there's a lot of situations where Hiko is not comfortable, where you're getting these stray hits, these weird stare downs into throw. And I think Boltstruck is really coming out on those situations.
Thinking emoji.
Car there working out for Boltstruck. Really just trying to close the distance there.
3-hit collector working out for sure. 2-2 ACS just waits to try and see the mash from Hiko. Still able to frame trap in the end. The grid break throw, another perfect. Boltstruck one away.
I feel like Boltstruck's got it now. What a call out at the round start. Just a full send on the stop sign and Hiko running right into it.
Okay, 5B, stagger off the 2C. Able to escape with the 4C Rekka, but not able to leave the corner just yet.
Mash out on the force function. Oh, but punch it in the dark, I can't miss. Boltstruck. Dangerous there. Check the grid, though.
Yeah, extra damage off the Vorpal Stave. We get the refund too, so we spend it for all the corner carry we need. Yeah, trying to scout out the jump, but instead it's delay FF once again on the wake up for Hiko. Drop on the air by B.
Really unfortunate hit there. Hiko could have taken that to last hit situation if they were able to get the full confirm off of it.
Ooh. There we go, but we scout out the shield attempt on the Rekka, so we pull up with the throw.
Ice Rain too far away to get the unblockable. Just has to take the pressure. Backdash caught with the 5B. Now we're going to final game, final round. First match here of winner side top 8.
There we go. This one's for all the marbles as far as the winner side goes, but so much meter available for Boltstruck here. Able to just force his way in off of the round start. What else are you supposed to do but respect the FF? No respect here from Hiko. Awkward hit off the Rekka. Now we pull up for another throw.
Ooh. Finding the overhead Celestial. So close there, Boltstruck. Barely getting that at the 11th hour, but now that we have that resource, can really get a ton of meter. But Boltstruck already with plenty of meter. Luckily, oh my god!
Yeah, going for all the damage in the world. We were in such control of the grid cycle, but ended up just cashing out for that Celestial extra meter, but meter in the bank. Now you're stuck in the corner once again. Yeah,
that was so funky. Spent the 100, but got more than 100 back with the Celestial activation.
FF to keep you in the corner once again. It's one touch apiece, but Grid comes out 2-1-4, 200 in the bank, but no spend required. Boltstruck with the 2-1 secures his spot in winners finals.
I mean, man, Londrekia is a character who punishes you so much for staying in the air. So any sort of air stall with teleport or anything like that is going to get sniped by Rekka so quickly. Defi's going to be able to close this distance pretty easily and already seeing him off of the races.
Yeah, we saw a lot of crowd shields coming out from Slush to try and hold on to the grid situation, so tried to crush that with the JC from Defi. Either way, we secure the cycle in corner, and we just walked out right out of range of the 5A. Now it's a 5B starter.
With punish, looking devious. Doing a some early damage here. Londrekia, Infinite Worth, got me feeling like outside right now. Jesus has gotten cold in the last few days.
That's what I'm saying.
Feeling as well.
Nice right action to see.
FF is lethal here, so SlushRush has to watch out. We're seeing that roll in the restand situation once again. Seems like Havard and Defiant both have the same mind as to how to deal with that.
Yeah, exactly. Are there ways to deal with the roll? Yes, if you delay, maybe give up the mix opportunity. But of course, when you're in that layer 2, the offense a little bit less strong. So it is a, harder call out. On the 3D, tries to escape on the Blossom setup, but ends up getting tagged for your troubles off the free state.
Yeah, I really liked the run under there from SlushRush. Getting out of the corner was super important, but I mean, you're holding this perfect, and also, yeah, mashing into the Snowflake there was really unfortunate, especially with the ice debuff, where Defi can convert that a million different ways. Just a little bit, not a place you can really scramble after the dash out.
Yeah, terrifying situation off the Blossom. Maybe trying to go for the highest risk, highest reward, but another perfect on the board here for Defi, and again, the dash C finds the counter hit for the corner.
Yeah, you can get into your head against top players like that sometimes of being like, I need to do the craziest, the most dangerous stuff, because look what's going to happen to me, the corner pull. Defi already packing up this damage. That's what we could have seen during the first round.
Yep. All right, set up the 2-2C. We got the turret. We have the corner steal too, but no, we're big chilling on the defense for Slush.
Just escaping the corner, and the ice rain so vicious there. Defi taking him perfect.
Wait, that was nasty work. We took to the skies, baited out the shield by going for the assault instead of the actual JC behind the back, then ice rain for the punish, and now we spend it for the EX. Still not going to be able to find the opening on Defi, and once again, we're stuck frozen in this corner.
Yeah, Defi putting himself at Hilda's optimal range before deciding to show that option, making sure that SlushRush felt comfortable pressing buttons.
Frozen up once again with 200. This next hit's going to be lethal.
Danger, and with the cycle as well, really have to watch your green shields. Defi could cancel any Rekka, anything into just dash up throw, and that's game.
Went for the 3D, put ourselves in the corner, and then we did 3D again into 5B. BBB's Defiant securing that spot in that winners finals with a quick 2-0. Of course, we had the fireballs and Tatsus to try and contest, laterally as well. But what is the way that we're going to try and bring Riv LV back down to the ground? Let's see as we head into this loser's side top 8.
Yeah, definitely, if you see that B teleport, you can always get the 2-2B, invincible and uncross-upable. So, don't have to worry about missing the input like you would with a Wagner DP or a Nanase, those other DPs that go very, very vertical. But, great starting here for Riv.
There we go. I like the back just to try and clear the orb set. And we find the hit off the fireball as well. 100 meter available for Havard, but save for the next one. Already had a good knockdown off the starter. Oops.
Bloody hip in as well. Getting the raid in here. As Riv gets the hard knockdown with the EX into the orb set. Really tricky there. I don't know if that was a very complicated mix or if there was just a bunch of stuff on screen to make you confused and scared.
Yeah, it looked like we were walking ourselves out of the corner, so I imagined that we were blocking cross-up, but not sure we ended up getting caught by Havard there. And a shield on the orbs. Orb set. There we go, even on the HP too.
The corner positioning here is important. EXDP shown. See, Tatsu does go vertical enough to connect off of that. Really great awareness there from Havard. That was not super intuitive. It looked like Riv could have gone a little bit higher with the gameplay knowledge coming out of Riv.
The immediate snipe on the blink. There we go. We get the charge off of the orb set. There we go. Finds the hit. Still a big meter advantage for Havard. EX Tatsu on the table. Still finds another hit for Riv. Trying to hold on to this momentum as much as we can in round 2.
Really quick assault JC there, but can't pick up off of the orb hit. Still an advantage though. Riv pretty clean here. Just needs one more hit.
Yep. Trying to be greedy on the meter as well. Sends it. No. Okay. CS behind the whip. The drop on the combo, but it's the pull up throw. Multiple scrambles back to back, but Riv stays alive in game 1.
And as Havard, this is where I'm like, okay, I gotta turn up the jets now. You can see from Riv definitely has the fundamentals, is doing really well on offense, is just missing a few confirms here, a few pickups there, and as Riv becomes warmer, it's gonna start really hurting. So you gotta catch him while he's still not ready yet.
Dude, that was terrifying. The whiff on the DP right in front of Riv, but definitely an awkward way to try and pick up. Finds the counter hit, but not the confirm. You need the backdash. Riv just trying to play super tricky right now as we bait out the DP. The walk under for the side swap. This should be a clean kill confirm as long as we don't drop 100 for the ender, but no, one more hit.
Okay, test the read, but these 2-2-Bs have just not been connecting for Havard. These human cannons have not been finding their mark. This is the opportunity here. No reversal available, and the brave full run there into throw from Riv.
Bro, we blocked the 6B, and our response is not, okay, let me try and challenge. Let me try and jump my way back out. It was the full bravery, knowing that we were going to try and retreat, and we scooped him straight out of the ground for game number 1. Okay, that's a commanding way to put number 1 on the board.
Yeah, this is looking... You know, I feel like both player is not looking at this and thinking like, you know, this is my ideal game plan. Like, this is not what my games look like when everything is going exactly as planned. But we're still making it happen. And even though these situations are really confusing and we don't know what's happening, the decision making is still here. Both players are still kind of trying to steer it back into their game plan. We'll see it here as Riv gets a really nice look at it.
Yeah, steered right back into the corner with a dive. Clean confirm, but the overheads, good block percentage on both sides right now, but Siesta trying to assess the situation. Orb sets the orb on top of the vacuum, but still Havard right in range for the punish. There we go. Walk it back, 2B. Chilling off the stagger. Didn't believe in the hit off the throw tech.
Oh, so bold there. Had a feeling that Riv would respect the 100 meter, and Havard, mind reader there. Perfect option every time.
Yeah, no respect on the 200. Actually, full respect on the 200. Baited out the VO. That's all that meter down the drain for Riv. So, I mean, this is a good round, even off of this first hit, right, for Havard to try and seal it out before he can bring it back. But VO comes right back out. 6B, but the drop of the dash B. What? No!
Very well played there by Havard. Recognition with the chain shift and the perfect reversal ready to go. Oh, thought he had the combo, but Havard. Little drop there.
Guys, we got to lock back in. We've had some lethal interactions on both sides, but still the nerves coming in strong. Runs right into the fireball. Havard brings us to game 3.
Man, and you can see the way Havard is kind of changing the narrative here, switching it back to his advantage. That first game, you know, all over the place, what's going on? Riv coming out in these clutch situations. And second game, Havard just really brutalizing this Seth HP, doing so much damage.
There we go, scooped up off the dives. We get the clean orb set. Into the corner. Dive through, delay on the det. Now we're waiting. Damn, big whip in the 5cc, so we find a full punish for Havard.
Yeah, needed to find that hit as well. The backdash really hurt Havard's grid there.
No, the big whip once again just dashed a little bit too far for the confirm. Good catch on the orb set, but still, Havard playing tricky to try and avoid some of these situations. Shield once again grid broken.
Oh, still able to find the punish. Super good there. Riv really, really good about playing around these human cannonballs here. And I think that's also what was helping them a lot in game 1. The fact that so many interactions Havard was going for that human cannon to catch the cross-up, and Riv just like going into backdash, doing something that also retreats, but in a really tough situation here. Back to the corner, veil off. What's going on, J2?
What's going on? We got the plus frames off of the EX Fireball. J6C from the top rope. The wait, delay throw. No one ever goes for 3 in a row, though. Walk it back, and it's the mash out from Riv. Trying to bait out a DP, but no EX to be found.
quick little free 800 damage there. And again! These human cannons are not connecting. Are they still gonna get the win here this round? Oh, like...
Oh, no. What a heartbreaker. We call it a drop opportunity. We saw a couple of those in the previous set from Havard, but still off the tech. 2B, my beloved, scooped right out of the whip dive.
And Riv just hammering that C button there after every interaction, going for the 5cc to really extend. Hit! Good pickup.
There we go.
Again here
Now we
on
set
the
the ward.
board.
Looking for a little extra corner carry off the AB. Tries to go for the EX Tatsu, but ends up putting yourself full screen, 100 meter down the drain. So got CS available to try and snipe. Yo, no, you were a little too far. You made it on the VO.
A tragedy of errors. Riv just needed to punish that whiff. Now back to the corner. Tournament life on the line here. Riv, final opportunity. The CS cannot spend it as Havard gets that final throw to take it. What a back and forth between these two. We're getting into it here, folks. Poob versus DeerSkin.
There we go.
The purple gang represent.
Purple King. Heading on into it. Dude, Poob has like a palette for every form of Super Saiyan Goku. I'm not gonna lie. This is not one of them, but know that we got Rose in the back. We got SSJ3, and now we're pulling up. Fighters of the night for round number 1. We pull up with a parry.
Yo, wait, Goku's got the Rose? Dog's a wine mom for real.
That's what I'm saying, man. A real eater, a real drinker. A real rough situation in the corner, especially when Enkidu has that CS, so not trying to match with the strike throw. Coming on strong to fight for the next cycle. CS spent.
Yeah, Poob's already gotten so many throws. You gotta imagine DeerSkin's got that finger ready to go on the throw tech. And I think Poob just trying to stagger it out, find that mash, find that OS.
Ooh. Either a drop on the combo or an attempt at the reset. Either way, not going to work out here. Just a little too early, and Poob takes round number 1.
Whoa! What a stop sign there on the really committal approach there from Poob. Use the full jump, use the assault as well, and finally going for the dive kick. Caught there by DeerSkin. A huge advantage.
Yeah, definitely seeing a good amount of nerves. Oh, okay. Delay, not quite the safe jump that you need, so the reversal gonna come through, but DeerSkin still so ahead on the life. Fine, letting this be a meter round, I suppose.
Ooh! And
the full charge?
He won the cycle, though. He won the cycle, though.
Yeah, we traded 4K health for the cycle. And the corner as well. DeerSkin maybe a little bit too overzealous for that grid.
He lost the round. He won the cycle, though. Oh, no. 200 meter to spend. Cleaned up. Poob winning game 1.
Yeah, the IW straight to the dome. I almost wore the It Costs Grid, though, shirt for comms today, but I had to put on the Fauna sweater. If you know, you know. But I know that Poob has one on the board. That was a pretty commanding victory for sure. We saw a couple really crucial drops coming out from DeerSkin, right? You know, sometimes, you know, especially when it's been a little bit, been waiting for your top 8 set, you know, it's hard to try and keep that muscle warmness, right? Sometimes the muscle memory fails you when you need it the most. Let's see if DeerSkin's going to be able to warm back up. Again, this is your tournament life on the line.
You gotta level up here. But I mean, if you gotta lose to anyone, it'll be someone else representing the purple gang.
Here we go. Getting the punch through. Then the full screen parries, tries to go for the roll.
To winning this grid early. Bro's gonna basically secure it there.
Oops. Go to Chomps. Little 2B action here coming out from DeerSkin. And we set the kids. You gotta guess for the round here off of this 50-50.
Very excellent there from DeerSkin. Enforcing that 50-50 and taking it to the bank.
Here we go, the 100 hands. 5C to keep you at bay. Oops. No! Yeah, a little late on the 6-6B, so drops the extension. Thankfully, no mash out from Poob to try and take the turn back, but tried to be greedy with the feint and ends up getting parried for your troubles. The 2-3-6C!
Oh no, Poob knowing DeerSkin would die to win the cycle, and what for the opportunity to do wake up CS into reversal. Poob calling that out in a devious fashion.
Yeah, the
In an
walk back
evil
to
way.
this man moving with hate in his heart. So close to the end of the cycle. DeerSkin just trying to escape the corner, but ends up getting punched right back down. The set point now on the board here for Poob, but oh man, caught out of the startup of the EX, so no meter for quite some time.
Yeah, that was tough. You tried to go with Rekka into the EX there, but, you know, didn't get anything except losing the meter. Does get the cycle, though. This is a start. Plenty of meter now.
On the 2B off of that red miss, so we're going double step kick. All the shields in the world. There we go. We just go for the throw. Walk back 5B. There we go. Not quite going to be the kill for Poob just yet, I don't think. Wait, but we got the Vorpal damage bonus, and we build 100 for it. EX Ender. No, we got CBO. I forgot we had the CS, so we send it with the super, and that's the kill for Poob. I almost didn't believe at the end. I almost didn't think that the CBO would kill, but there we go. Poob securing that loser's quarter spot. He's means something to him for sure. Maybe a little bit less, you know, concerned about trying to control the airspaces like we saw with Seth, but, you know, we're talking about J6C, but of course, we got J3C coming out from Hiko, right? JC as well, or J3B rather, and JC. We got FF, but still. Sent over to the corner here off of the round start.
Oh, man. Havard already putting the toes on him, reaching in with those stanky legs, backing off, and that's so good that Akatsuki has that. It's very plus and super reversal safe when he goes for that spaced out fireball.
Yeah, exactly. That FF not nearly going to be able to reach far enough. Once you have a horizontal DP, it's going to be difficult to try and escape, and we spend the 200 to secure that kill. Not even going to give Hiko a chance.
Yeah, just domination there. Definitely, you know, had enough of a life lead that you could have gone for a more, like, you know, give Hiko another chance, keep the 200 meter. But, you know, Havard, again, the soul, the belief. Unfazed, uncaring. And making sure that you think on this next situation. The human cannon is in effect. J2C,
you got to remember the straight down angle, trying to go for the cross-up Rekka to be a little bit devious on the way back down, but Hiko losing a lot of life for it. We slam the FF, and we pull up with the Rekka right after. This should be a clean kill, and we don't even need to spend the meter for it.
Yeah, that hydroplane low comes out so quickly. Really tough to deal with. Havard caught unsuspected by that.
Stepping up with the high knees. Oh, we got the staggers off the fireballs too. Pull up.
Oh, body blow spaced out, so may have been ambiguous as to whether or not you could have punished it.
FF once again. Got to put the counter on the screen, but EXDB coming out from Havard puts the 100 meter behind it. Little refund off of that CS as well, but cycle gonna go over to Hiko. How are we gonna CS our way out of this one? Walk back B Tatsu.
Cleaned up here, Havard getting the 200 as well, in case he wanted to make us watch the cutscene. Super, super clean there by Havard. Yeah, you know, that meaty hydroplane not working out as well when the wake up CS is an option there. Pretty easy punish for Havard to get, and get it, he did.
Exactly. Keep it clean. Stop the momentum in your tracks. You know, we're seeing a lot of successful FFs from Hiko to try and stop the offense from Havard, right? But, you know, off of these neutral scrambles, like, you're losing out hit for hit. You know, you're getting hit on the interaction that leads you over there, that combo. Oh my god, and a clean. I was going to say clean confirm off of the fireball hit in the Rekka there.
Really good. I mean, that was such a scary pickup to see. Like, oh man. That could have really hurt on round start. And going for something as well that Londrekia is usually pretty free to just put out there. Oh, chin buster, here we go.
There we go, such a good starter for Akatsuki, especially with that extra Vorpal damage bonus. No! He wanted to save meter. He wanted to reset and keep almost 200 going into the next round. Unfortunate drop coming out there from Havard, but definitely could be so much worse. Now it's set point and loses quarters.
Man, second burst, same as the first. Chin buster once again. And you got to point out again, Havard winning the first round with a perfect last game, winning round one with a perfect this game. But now, a little assaulted here, but an important drop.
go. Stagger tried to go for the gold throw, but nothing to be found. Throw attacks on both sides, so we're even on the grid.
Slowly advancing, but finally, Hiko finding the opportunity to put out a stop sign there to stop the assault from Havard.
What? The whiff chop on the other side, JA, my beloved, but no. Instead, it's the cross up low. Havard looking for this anti-air IW and snipes Hiko out of the skies. 200 down the drain. And there we go. The 2-0 for Havard to move on to loser semis.
Anti-air,
Try and make his way in here against SlushRush. I know we're looking for that run back. Havard, you know, trying to get revenge on the person who sent him into the loser's side, but you got to make it past Poob first.
You got to call it as well. You know, SlushRushSweep, the rushdown is unbelievable. This player just thrives in the 50-50s. Really, I mean, we've seen SlushRush put up so many quick perfects in this tournament already.
Damn, CVO just to keep the turn up. Now we set the Roomba off the skewer. Jump in, overhead option. Now to spend all the meter that we can for it. Poob, definitely worse for wear on the meter. Still hasn't even built up 100. The empty load, the attempt on the parry. You're going to build 100 just for dying, though, and now we send it charge linchpin.
Look, once again, that SlushRushSweep perfect. Always sweeping through the competition, unfazed, untouched by every single one now.
Here we go, clean pickup from Slush once again. Walk it out, wait out the reversal, but no, we send a second parry right behind it. Poob takes his turn.
Really good positioning here. Now you got to watch out for the Hilda fundamentals, the roll, the veil off, the guard thrust.
The Roomba, double parry. Scary for Poob here, sends it with the 236C. Plus frame still keeps the situation. Awkward trade.
Man, we almost saw Enkidu lose after a combo trade.
Yeah.
He has a mechanic specifically to stop that.
Yeah, how much can Havoc save you, though? All right, pretty even on the health situation right now. Both of them right before that 100-meter threshold. CS still available. The roll pickup coming out from Poob.
The toes on him here. The threat, the dash, veil off catching the assault.
It's VO out if you're able to escape. Pretty good on the meter situation for next round, but we set the gloom. Back EX dive kick, parries not a kill. We see the red mist, but no reversal opportunity for Slush below that 100-meter.
Okay, whiff. Opportunity here for SlushRushSweep. Gonna be harder now that Poob has won the cycle.
Damn. Send it with the parry off the spike. Now we're 1 round apiece. Pretty even on the meter situation, but Poob not going to try and force his way in with the immediate EX spend on round start.
Get out, concentrate, trying to force Poob to advance here. But SlushRush not able to do enough there. Will lose the first cycle.
Yep. All right, CS, we set the Roomba. Nothing found off of the stomps. We're just going to VO through the 50-50. I do not want to hold that.
And Enkidu is a whole threat right now, but no EX cancel off of the kicks there. Gonna hurt a bit, and now with no meter, SlushRush can definitely keep the offense a little bit tighter.
Damn, vacuumed in off of the parry. All the range in the world, but all the space lost off of the back row. There we go, now we pull up. Awkward confirmed.
Poob once again threatening this cycle one, plenty of meter. You know, if you want some plus frames or a big punish like that, Poob.
Oops. And behind the back, the tech out of the corner, only to get swept up once again. Poob with game number 1 on the board.
Man. The dominance here, even after that perfect from SlushRush, Poob completely unfazed. And it's gotta be so tough getting those full screen pokes, those buttons that you usually feel there's no punishment for, and getting them parried and tossed and just hurt like that. SlushRushSweep definitely gonna be hurting here.
Ooh, send it with the spike, but parried out of the FF. That deep dash from Poob. The corpse run all the way over to the corner here.
Definitely an inauspicious place for a fight here, the graveyard. SlushRush trying to escape this corner, escape this place.
Clean anti-air, yup, and back spike for the side swap. Set the gloom off screen, but ends up going for the low option. Hard commit to the stand shield, but nothing to be found. Now it's grid break for Poob.
The spike here. Pierce after Pierce. Oh!
Yep, waiting it out. Trying to bait out some of these parries, but it's just duck under each of these skewers. Now we got the Roomba. Blocks the overhead 50-50, but the walk back pick up from Slush is clean. One more touch.
Yeah, I love the whiff punish there as well. You got to imagine your opponent is so emboldened, so confident for guessing right off the 50-50 that they're going to want to, take that opportunity, get a chance to play the game, press a button, dash forward, and SlushRush perfect to just whiff punish.
Scary work, and now we pick up off the spike too. Secure the cycle right towards the end. The combo runs the timer down. But overhead once again blocked by Poob. The jump assault. Just gonna go right over that 2C.
Catching the run up, no confirm, but that's plenty. SlushRush just needs the space here.
5Ds, 6-6Ds, just trying to keep Poob at bay. Oh, we waited out so long. Now we're threatening Celestial, but finds the hit. Still gonna get the cycle, but at least no Celestial to have to worry about with all that potential meter on the board. Waited out. CS after the parry.
Oh! That trade gonna really help SlushRush, making sure that Poob is not so close after the EX there. Now Cycle One going for SlushRush in the corner, which is gonna be tough.
Here we go, and nothing to cancel off of the Twister. Still not the kill for SlushRush.
One more hit though. Roomba very problematic, but whiffing as well, allowing that roll to punish afterwards. Things looking, everything is coming up Poob right now.
God, we tried the 6-6B to jail into the Roomba, but that roll so smart from Poob. Now we're threatening the fight back, but instead SlushRush with that mash out brings us to game number 3.
Very bold mash there, but it was really coming down to the end of the war there. Neither player had cycle, neither player had meter. It all just came down to those fundamentals and who was bolder. And it was SlushRush with that unexpected mash.
It's like old Snake versus old Ocelot. It's just CQC. Strike throw is all we got. There we go, refresh. Going into game number 3, all we got is that 6-6B to find that first hit.
Started here once again, SlushRush, very known for the round 1 perfects, but what a punish there. The movement from Poob running in so quickly after that whiff.
Dive kick to escape. Pull up off the skewer. Once again, the grid just to try and stay in control of the cycle, even after all these blocks. Once again, an overhead lands.
Knockdown here, chasing towards the corner. SlushRush creating a fortress in the center screen.
There we go. We confirm from Poob here. Builds up 200, but surely not going to spend it. Trying to hold on a little bit for that next round. We get Vorpal refund off of the next EX spend as well. Scooped off of the grid break. Should be a clean kill with this extra Vorpal damage bonus to 2-6C. No, we go for the up kicks. Poob now on set point.
Yeah, with the grid break bonus damage, the Vorpal bonus damage, that was guaranteed to kill. The real question was what Poob had to spend in order to get it, which I think ended up being like 60 meter. So very, very reasonable.
Exactly. Looking pretty economical. There we go. We send it with the Roomba, the roll through. Escapes off of the up kick. Now we got 100 meter in CS. So much to threaten our turn and keep it extended. SlushRush going for the immediate mash out just to try and escape on early. But Poob not want to be greedy. It's a clean frame trap to put you in one touch territory.
That Havoc starter with the Vorpal damage was so much there. SlushRush really hurting right now. And again, even after these chain shifts, no invincible option to deal with them. Roomba gonna get some chip damage. Really wanted to get the mix-up off of that instead.
Here we go. We're in the graveyard. We got the Memorial Day combo breaker to escape off of the Roomba. Now SlushRush, one more hit away from tying it back up to bring us the final round. Keep it clean on the confirm. No drops to be seen. Linchpin from the top rope. Final game, final round, and such a big meter advantage for Slush as well.
There's an ancient saying, Memento Mori, which says, remember that you two will be eliminated from tournament on the loser side. And who will it be here? Poob versus SlushRush. Down to the wire.
Low. Now we pull up. All right. 200. We don't quite have Vorpal to, get the refund, so we're just going to go for normal Gloom EX skewer. Walk it out.
positioning here. SlushRush really want to keep these center screen.
Yeah, jailed off the Roomba, so we send it with the guard thrust. Damn! Dive kick from the top rope to even out the HP. Now we put SlushRush into the corner. I think, okay, end the combo a little bit early so we don't have VO to threaten. Now it's 2 throws in a row. More than evened out the life lead. I like that decision making from Poob, but still gets sniped out by counter hit 5B.
And every time SlushRush has had such bold mashes in situations where it feels like Hilda should be playing passive. The veil off though, it all comes down to this one hit away for both. Not expecting the dome shot, the foot connects on SlushRush. And with that, Poob eliminating SlushRush, continuing the run in the loser side of this top 8. Dude, we've played each other. We know what we're looking for here. Who's gonna want it more?
Wait a minute, what the hell? It's hot? I didn't even notice that we ended up swapping over in the loading screen. I was so locked in on the Londrekia that we loaded in with, but I'm not gonna show you the ice flower now. Instead, we got all the swords, all the chip in the world, definitely all the plus frames too. With a low crush off of the Rekka, brings you right into the corner.
Very nice start here. Does have to deal with the chain shift. Boltstruck just gonna spend it 4 meter.
Yep. Ooh. Tried to swing out with the 2B. Thankfully, no whip punish coming out from Defiant. We send it with the fireball dive, but double JA.
Defi really showing those annoying hide in the corner. This character has such a good backdash that it can be really hard to pressure him while he's threatening that. So taking your turn becomes super, super dangerous.
Ooh. Walk it out, just able to avoid the 5A with the jump assault. Still Celestial threatens another cycle here for Boltstruck. Even off the throw tech, right? You have so much grid to work with.
Yeah, now can just threaten to win the next cycle basically for free with this huge grid advantage. We'll instead just go for the classic kind of spend to make a special move safe.
Dude, we did fireball, or we did, we did high fireball into 2-2C. We covered the air, we covered the ground, but all we got for the CS and the 100 meter was a throw. So Defiant still so ahead in this life lead.
Very quick tech there, and that tech so significant, winning Defiant the cycle. Right, coming in.
Ooh.
Off of that ADP, but you got to look at the time right now. 10 seconds remaining. This is Under Night, notorious timeout game, and the threat of it is on the table here. How will Defiant navigate this? Coming down to the wire. Hide does deal chip damage. Will it be enough? The stop sign, the CS, the DP there from Boltstruck.
Yeah, stayed alive. Really didn't have to do too much with 2 seconds left on the clock, but wanted to secure that kill. Unfortunate backdash coming out from Defi, right? Maybe autopiloted the muscle memory on a shimmy and then forgot 2-2C was right behind, so Boltstruck had them up against the wall there, but almost bringing that round to time. Now it's another hit with the CS behind it.
All right, Boltstruck taking a pretty early advantage here with the cycle as well. This positioning is so good, but just swinging with the Rekka.
Unhand me, man. Little vacant shift action. Send you over to the corner once again. 6-6C. Imagine, I don't know what we tried to do for both side. Maybe catching on a jump, but 200 meter gonna spend it all just to make sure we secure this round.
Clean guys are there. Will give Boltstruck a pretty sizable meter advantage here, and Nanase can spend that pretty quickly. She has a lot of good metered options, so this will make things a little bit harder for Defiant, especially with Boltstruck winning this first cycle, which will make it harder for Defiant to get metered.
Dude, we had 3 leaps at the end of that combo. 2-1-4, the dive into EX. Oh, but scooped right into the corner for all your troubles, even up the life lead. Still lots of meter on both sides, but I don't know how much more is EXDP gonna put you as a, defensive threat. No, we just smashed out with the 5A.
2 hits, but no confirm. Boltstruck really gonna be being tough on themselves for that. We'll get the CS. Had some sort of EX there. I wonder if that was EX Sword Car, which does have projectile invul, but I don't know if it gets it fast enough. That would be my best guess as to why we would have seen an EX flash there from Boltstruck.
An attempt to try and escape in reaction to the fireball, but unfortunately, even with the CS, maybe just a little bit too late. I like the idea, but definitely, a heartbreaker for Boltstruck, right? A pretty clean, clench of a round number 1, all to fall either way. But still, it's the winners finals, right? So it's our first to three of the evening. We have a lot of time for back and forth between these players.
Yeah, definitely more time to adapt than before. And yeah, I mean, both of these players have been really, really clever with the cycle. Now Celestial going over to Boltstruck. But it does seem like both of them are very respectful of the wake-up options and are both very aware that their opponent is scared of the wake-up. So we'll be doing crazy stuff. Like, we've been seeing Boltstruck do wake-up Assault. We saw Defiant do wake-up Rekka.
Yep. Ooh. Okay, nothing found off the 2-1-4. It's the empty gust to win, but instead, 6B off of the throw whiff. Tried to go for something a little spaced out. Not going to be a plus on throw whiff here. The whiff on 3B, though.
Here, Celestial into Celestial. Boltstruck really making use of this. It should clean up here super easily.
Need to clean off the wall bounce. Just go for the spend on the EX sword car. One round on the board once again. Whiff on the green shield. Woo. Greek had action.
Well, option select still in the game. Rolling in, just in case there was something crazy like a Rekka or maybe even a Raging Lion. Yeah.
Able to find the pickup off of the trade combo here. Sets the 2-2B. Grab right after the CS. Hasn't shown it in quite some time. Boltstruck with the speed run. Ties it up 1-1.
Very clean clap back there from Boltstruck. Super put together, and chaining the Celestials together like he did is really not easy to do, especially because by keeping that grid, you know, you could turn it into meter, but now you're risking getting a grid broken. A lot of terrible things could happen to that, and usually you just want to get that meter. But Boltstruck's so bold.
Ooh. The jump back shield, but still able to find the sword car on the way down. Okay, 6B, the grid donator coming out for Bolt. So many shields, but still gets hit right after the turn of the cycle. Okay, run up a little bit late on the shield for the detonate, but all good.
Pretty difficult decision to make there. Boltstruck realizing that the cycle win was super hard to get, so just making sure that he spent the grid on the CS to get the meter at least.
Yeah.
It's going to work out here as it looks like it is going to be Defiant who's going to win this round. I mean, I expected off the last hit, but maybe not. My goodness. Infinite Geyer off the CBO going to take it for Defiant.
Yeah, that EX Pogo, keep it fancy with the CBO confirms. Assault right over the fireball. There you go, but empty 2-1-4B. We got so much meter in the bank here for Boltstruck.
Check this first cycle. Going the way of Boltstruck.
Sacrifice in the world, but finally gets caught out with the explosion. Pick up for Defi. No, but the drop on the 5C.
Backdash away, go back to center screen.
Walk it out, Ben Sinister. Now we top on the toes. Nothing to be found, but still. Main trap off the 2C. Defi with the pickup. There you go.
And that
EX Rekka, clean ender.
Yeah, for that hard knockdown, really advantageous for Red laser beam.
The laser from downtown. Who needs a beam assist when you're the beam? Defi beaming right now with that 2-1, but again, we still have that first to three. Boltstruck looking to try and tie this up here as we head into game number 4. But god damn, we are trading some pretty commanding performances game by game.
Yeah, and again with the character pool that Defi has, this point in it can be oh wait, actually I'm lying. Defi will still have an opportunity to switch off the character, but I don't think Defi will need to. This hide has been looking fantastic.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good. There we go. 5A, the immediate mash out.
Whoa! The CS momentum there, swinging in with the 2B.
Ooh, looking for a rebeat, but instead, Defi has the opportunity to escape the corner and secure grid for it, too. Oh.
Here, Defi running in behind that projectile, knowing it's keeping him safe.
A little bit too tall to get the conversion. Now Boltstruck finds the fight back here with the EX sword car. The double spend, but the double EX scaling, not quite enough to kill. It's one touch apiece, despite how the HP bars look, because we got 200 in the bank here for Defiant. Green shield on the Sinister Bend.
Knowing it's one hit away here. Cancel with the fireball. Fireball for fireball here. And now the opportunity. Defi knows he's been giving another lease on life. Just making sure every opportunity, make sure Boltstruck does not get close. A little too spaced out to finish it there.
Chipping away into these fireballs. Double Rekka into the empty low. Such a scary scramble towards the end there, but 660 to start it off.
Feeling so tough there. Seeing the final CDP hit and it not killing so hard.
There we go, not quite Celestial, but clean secure on the grid here for Boltstruck.
Big advantage here, but again, so respectful there from Boltstruck, not expecting Defi to go from such a wild wake-up option.
Yep. Now we got ADP dive, at least allows us to escape the threat of the corner. So many of these green shields to try and secure cycle once again, only to get caught up by 660.
Running the pressure here, look at the damage. Gyre for Gyre, the whiff VO combo does not connect. Defiant giving Boltstruck an option here.
Walk it out. There we go, dive, stuck between a rock and a hard place, but still just gonna jump right over the fireball. Fine with losing a little bit of screen space. We're so healthy on the grid, the goal throw.
Off. The final chance here, Boltstruck knows it all comes down to this. Meters spent, that's all you've got. Finds the throw. Pulling ahead in this grid and blocked the projectile there, the 2-force function, allowing the fireball to connect. So clean, so smart there from Boltstruck.
Ooh. There we go. Checks off of the dashes, but still finds the air unblockable off of the 2-2C. The return, the Australian boomerang once again. Boltstruck. Oh man, you're still at set point threat from Defi here, but looking one round away from tying it back up once again.
Every decision Boltstruck made in the end of that round was like a gorillion IQ. Boltstruck will be the supercomputer of the future.
I don't know, man. This computer is monkeying around in the corner. We pull up with the throw tech to try and escape, but sends it with the veil off. Able to escape the 6B, not going to get caught up on the veil off. And such a clean starter to 200 down the drain. The Geyser, the IW, the 3-1 to secure Defi's spot in Grand Finals winner's side. 5-25. Now we got our final first to two. Havard versus Poob down here in the losers semis. Let's see it. A couple punch guys headed on for their tournament life.
Very exciting here, and this is going to be do or die. First to two here on the loser's side.
Go behind the back here for Havard. We double back off of the backdash, just chilling off these fireballs, but 6FF straight on through.
Big Havoc starter here, but the drop allowing for the mash out by Havard. Very brave to go for a mash there.
Oops. Go scooped up. Walk it back off of the 2B. Double parry. Nah, but we catch the attempt to try and go right on through the fireball. Havard with a clean starter here. CS EXDP for the kill. There we go.
Very meter efficient there by Havard. Keeping that in the bank.
Oops. There we go. Bring us over to the corner with this 2-6C. Micro charge just to try and secure the grid. 3D to threaten, but yeah, not going to be enough for... Oh, it is actually. I was looking on the wrong side, but still brought right back into the corner here by Poob.
Get out towards the corner. A very important throw to get. Havard getting in here. The projectile nullification. That was so cool.
Oh my god, the escape. We're going to go right past the IW, and not only that, we get a corner combo for our troubles. Now we send it. The full charge from Poob. No response from Havard. No! Was almost dead to rights in the corner, but we still find the kill to tie it up.
Oh my gosh. Full charge GC there. Putting a dent in Poob's life bar at the start here. That stare down was unbelievable.
Intimidation check on both sides, but it's going to work out for Poob. The charisma looking strong right now. We pull up for the 2A. grid break off of the throw. VO to try and keep that grid alive.
Oh, backdash caught. Huge starter here for Poob.
Back into the corner for you. We still got just the tail end of the VO, but doesn't end up spending it. Just gonna go for the air throw ender.
Block on the dome. Keeping consistent there, and that's how Poob won last time as well. The Hail Mary overhead. So ready for it this time.
Damn. Run it up after the CS. No fear of the jump over. Pull up triple Tatsu EX Fireball. Respect the plus frames, but still the high knees from Poob. Game number 1 on the board.
Woo! Man, really taking their time here. This is not as volatile as you were expecting. Both of these players very careful on the approach here.
Yeah, very careful to press as many buttons as possible. I'm still thinking about that scramble after the IW, man. Like, they're keeping the APM high and the heart rates high for sure. So now we're heading into game number 2.
Concentrate war. Even the increased fireball was not able to lead to a combo there. Pretty tough there for Havard.
Here we go, the micro charge on the cycle. Another grid break once again, but we got DP right on through.
Really doubling down there, made a mistake, made what was potentially a second mistake on that DP. Get away with it.
Oh, whip on the green shield. Still a lot of time until the cycle turns over. J2C, my beloved, the counter hit from downtown to the top rope, I should say. Brings you right back into the corner where we started.
Anti-air, but what a mash there from Poob. Undeterred, unstoppable.
Here we go. Ground start going over to Havard here. Air throw going to be able to, solidify the situation. No, but right back into the corner for you, man. We can't escape. Left side, right side, doesn't matter. We're still king of the corner here for Poob.
Hurting here, the advantage overwhelming right now for Poob. So much meter, so much cycle.
Oh, tried to go for the stomp, but again, that air stall coming out from the J2C. Not like the biggest confirm that we've ever seen, but it's all good. Still works out here for Havard. CS, counter hit, 5A.
It's a little awkward overhead there, somewhere you wouldn't expect it, but even then, Poob locked in, ready to block it.
Ready to thank that 1250. Uni's cool, you're damn right it is. Shiggity Shark putting a little bit more money for these players to try and fight for the run-up shimmy. Poob living with 1 HP, but still all the confidence in the world to try and bring this round back. The drop on the combo, still a little bit left on the veil off. Run up for that deep throw tech. IW!
That was
too bold, bro. Good. Too confident. The IWEX, I get it. We're looking for the run-up SSBA type energy, but not gonna work out here. Havard ties up the rounds.
I think the new BM strat that I saw has been do an unsafe special move into delay CVO, and if they try to punish you, it launches them.
It's evil work, man. What's the most devious way I can use my meter and my CS? Yes. Oh no, we tried to go for the shimmy there, but
yeah,
the shimmy gets caught up by VO. Damn, projectile notification once again. Just snipe the fireball off the screen. Shot out here with the IW. Havard, master of just sending it from that horizontal lariat.
Cancel there, that 4C projectile deletion combo really helpful here for Poob.
Boom! J6C from the top rope. The neutral jump ties it up. We are 1 apiece here in the losers semis. I only got 1 more game to determine who's heading on to that final side up against Boltstruck.
All right, folks. Will Poob prevail or will he be punished for his crimes? Let's find out.
A parrymancer. A martial artist. As we head into game number 3.
A pugilist. A fist fighter. And here we go.
curious. No J6C to be seen. We're just running up with the dash block. I pull up here for Havard. Right up 6F coming out from Poob, trying to look for some sort of counter poke off the round start, but instead countered right into the corner.
All right, Poob currently paying for his sins. Stuck in the corner here, full advantage for Havard. Life lead, meter grid, what could you want? He's got it.
Damn it, the late J6C going for the empty throw. The perfect on the board here for Havard, the J2C. Now we're one round away from this losers finals.
All right, well, we know what the sentencing will be. Lifetimes eliminated from loser side, but the jury's verdict, we're still waiting on it. Will Poob escape? Looks like it. The defense's rebuttal is overwhelming.
Defense attorney definitely turning into a prosecutor, keeping you locked down in the corner. That hard call out on the roll catches you on the attempt to tech out of the corner as well. Poob with a clean entrance into this final game, final round.
Man, first to two is so fun, especially between these two players.
Whoa! They have a snipe out on the Tatsu from downtown the stop sign. Sir, no speeding in this area. We got 200 meters, so we spend it on the 236C. Walk it out, a little shimmy action.
Havard's offspring gonna be still, their head's gonna be spinning from that hit there. That was devastating.
Trying to be tricky on the spacing game, a little bit too late on the shield. But it's all good, we find the up kicks. Oops.
Oh, bail off. Final chance here. Havard's really got to do it. Can't use an EX, running out a little bit too quickly. Only really getting the extra damage off of the throw because of that.
Yeah, wasn't able to get the grid break off of that green shield either, so still such an uphill battle, especially when Poob's got that veil off, but not afraid to send the DP, but swings right into the parry. Poob ready, the stalwart wall. It's 2-1 to move on to losers finals. Havard out at number 4.
And that you have.
Hell yeah. Oh, and we claimed the rest of those codes. Thank you for the generosity. I'm sure these players have even more to fight for. Not only their tournament life, not only looking for the run back over there in the grand final side, but of course, the 40 bucks in that match arena. Boltstruck lands first blood here in losers finals.
Oh, Boltstruck really devious with that setup there because the projectile is right in front of you. It doesn't hit meaty, and instead any sort of mash you put out is going to get caught by that projectile. However, Poob does not care about cool setups or anything like that, just able to blast through at full advantage here against Boltstruck.
Ooh, sword out of the corner, the low check on that walk back. There we go, we even up the health clean here, but Boltstruck still rough, and worse for wear on the meter. Here, no shields from Boltstruck, making sure not to get grid broken while Poob already has the damage advantage with Veil off. Oh, the delay! Awkward trade. We saw the screen freeze. We saw the Pacific freeze with that sub. Thank you for the prime. And said thank you for the dive. The stand shield coming out from Boltstruck. We build up the 200 extra damage on Vorpal as well. Let's clean confirm off the ABIW. Oh, taken to the skies here. The tornado coming down, Superstorm, Boltstruck. Devastating here. Will it be enough, though? Yes, see the down, see the W there. Victory for Boltstruck in that first round. There we go. Clean Ender had all the resources you need.
Actually, Mr. Commentator, it was ABCSIW. You forgot. 33% of the acronyms required, but
still. What does Poob require to try and tie up the rounds here? We got 100 meter for it, but still the grid once again going in favor of Boltstruck, even with that whiff green shield. A little scary, but we send the fireball once it. No! Disaster. Poob back in the driver's seat once again. 4K and the corner for your troubles. And meeting with that 6SF, things are looking too good, especially with that generous $10 coming in as well, padding out this match arena. So I'm saying $10 in the prize pool, 100 meter on both sides. We send out the 2-2C, and we catch out the jump here from Boltstruck. Not the most damage in the world. What a awkward hit, but we still find the conversion on the other side. Boltstruck secures game number 1. What a pickup. Look, sometimes Boltstruck just becomes the supercomputer. This is the quantum computer that we've been waiting for.
It's like, how does he know? Did he put it together?
Boltstruck is kind of nasty with it. I'm not gonna lie. Master of the FF float, sting like a butterfly, float like a bee. Wait. Other way around here. You know, we're gonna swap up that proverb, and we're gonna swap up the stage as well. We're headed over to the graveyard. Might be the end of Poob's dreams here if he's not able to find something here against Boltstruck.
Oh man, and once again, Poob, this super dominating position. Havoc applied the damage. Whoa.
Ruh-roh. Alright, there we go. We got CS, so we can strike though for days here. All the time to look by a couple extra resets.
We're just incorporating the mystery of when does this block string end?
Ooh. There we go. Scooped up in the corner. That CS not going to save you. We build 100 just barely off this, but I don't know if EX up kicks is going to be lethal, right? So we hold on strong.
With that perfect here. Boltstruck seeing the red mist, but you know, player 2 DPs can sometimes be hard to input. That sometimes happens to me. I don't know if that's what Boltstruck was thinking when they didn't go for the reversal there, but that's just it's just a theory, folks. A Deadwood theory.
Might be dead over here in the corner, though. We're taking a solid 50% out of Poob's life so early on into the round. Still lots of meter to try and fight back out with. CS available for Boltstruck, but not going to use it to try and slow down time. Is fine just blocking it out. Still, we spend the CS pretty late into the cycle to secure it for Poob.
Dang, that parry on the return disc was so smart, Poob.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit late on the shield, though, so it's a grid break throw. Anything kills with that EX optics. Oh, buddy.
Devastating there, that parry. Getting Poob out there one way or another, whether it connects or not.
Yep.
Now a round apiece.
Yeah, we missed CSDP once, but we're not going to let it happen again. And now the TK EX Fireball and run up into the 2C confirmed. Yeah, it's a red B towards the end, but, you know, we'll look away as far as that one goes. We find red in the counter hit, the walk up 2A.
We know Boltstruck's so proficient in this offensive game, the setup too much. Once this player has chain shift, it becomes a whole different game. You got to deal with those overheads so much.
Swinging the 5C, a little rebeat action right out of the corner. We set the fireball right behind. Poob tried to swing, but waiting behind you was the projectile. Boltstruck up 2-0.
And I just have to call this out again. We saw Boltstruck do it against Defi's Hide as well. But people are so ready to throw out these projectile deleting moves against Nanase because she relies on her projectile so much. And Boltstruck just running in front of the projectile saying, "Get down, Mr. President." And then the fireball just whiff punishes has been so clever, has been such a good development. And has been getting these really nice starters basically for free because people are so used to Nanase's playing passive with the fireball.
Yeah, it's like the bullet jumping in front of the bodyguard, right? And the president's just waiting on the side. He's like, what about me, man? That's how Poob is feeling right now. We sent it with a slam. It's not going to be enough. Just waits right outside of 5B range.
Yeah, Boltstruck's the Senator Armstrong. He takes the bullet for the secret service. Boltstruck's got the nano machines.
He's definitely got the titanium. He'll pull it up here with a good break throw. Yeah, this is looking like a battery round for Boltstruck, right? You're up 2 games, not trying to take too many risks to try and escape, and it's fine if we end up dying here up against the corner.
Quite count Poob out, though. Already off to a really good start there. You can definitely give up a round, but definitely do not want to get Poob started with the game momentum. Boltstruck definitely wants to finish this off with a clean 3-0.
Yeah, the C follow-up, no challenge though. Ends up getting the DP right on top, the straight up angle. Clean coverage coming out from Boltstruck.
Oh. Ash catching the fireball there. Taking a nice little life lead.
Or with CS, it's all good for chilling. We send the parry. No escape off of the sword car here.
Nerf damage, but still good. With Boltstruck escaping the corner and losing the cycle, Poob's looking pretty advantaged here.
Yep. Ooh, that was a scary whiff on the shield, but still big chilling here.
Toss on the force function. So many actions taken there by Poob.
We got the PPM, the parries per minute, brings you right back in the corner. A little shimmy step. Oh, with the drop. 200 meter available for Boltstruck to try and bring us back into a tied round situation. 30 seconds on the clock.
Boltstruck really looking for Poob to overextend here. Went for their own infinite worth EX there, but Boltstruck, you know. Oh, man.
You know, I like the idea of the IOX, right? You know, covers run up assault, you know, covers delay button as well. But if Poob is fully committed to waiting out the EX, not afraid, you know, of a back throw situation, maybe putting in an AD at a delay, he's chilling, man. Ended up picking a couple options not covered by it. And now we're headed into game 4.
Yeah, that was such a tense final interaction round. You know, you had seen so many like Poob do like, you know, 6 force function into parry, dive kick into parry. Like Boltstruck really did not want to overextend, and then Poob also really scared of the DP there. So what it really came down to was both players playing super scared. Eventually, Poob just finding the final hit there as Boltstruck overextended on the reversal.
Tried to escape with the roll. Dude, giving so many reasons why Boltstruck went for IWEX into seeing Aldrin going, damn, Bolt, you are ass in the chat. That's my 13th reason, man. That's so crazy. All right, pull up here. You got CS to try and bring this back. We pull up for the throw, counter hit, more than enough damage to kill here. Boltstruck on set point. He's trying to prove the chat wrong. He's like, no, trust. Watch this, bro. Talk about this in UNI discussion in just a sec. We got 5 ace staggers, but we pull up with a shield. Grid break coming out here for Poob. We still have a decent amount of meter to work with. That penalty, not going to be the worst.
Oh, but we were playing better defense for Boltstruck than Boltstruck is against the Enkidu offense right now. That grid break, the damage.
Bro, it was CS and I didn't even see her on screen. She was above the health bars. And now we're below the floorboards. We pull up with the EX sword guard to escape.
Corner here, Nanase 2C and 3C. So good at, you know, those big pokes that Nanase has, so good at keeping you in the corner, locked down, and creating these whiff punishes that Boltstruck's going to take advantage of right now.
So good. My reaction when I see Nanase 5B starter. Walk it out, counter hit, but didn't believe. We already went for the rebeat. Double fireball, but 236C to try and escape.
Lockdown pretty unreal here. Poob just not able to escape the corner. And with that, Boltstruck finding the final hit with the projectile, enough to knock Poob out of this tournament and secure the spot, the run back against Defi in grand finals. The Poob warrior here, Defi trying to keep the soul of the Enkidu player alive, and also being like, yo, that Maturino is $50. If I get reset on Enkidu, I'm going to Londrekia.
Yeah, exactly. You got your main picks in the backpack, but, you know, definitely spent a little bit of time on the... I hate this guy so much, man. The triple jump gives Bolt the opportunity to fight back, but still, the reversal on the parry. Now we're threatening the corner once again, but Lance.
Stop sign disc there.
Dude, Defi's having a little bit too much fun for his own good. Caught out of the dive here from Boltstruck.
Getting a little too whimsical in grand finals right now.
That's what I'm saying. You're having too much fun, but now it's stagger into the 2C. I think off of this starter, we have the IW behind it and Vorpal damage bonus. Should be the kill.
With that Rasengan is not enough. Enkidu is a big boy, but...
You know, you spent the resources, you ended up getting the kill. Yeah, there was one more interaction between, but not a bad choice from Boltstruck to try and secure 5A with the anti-air. A counter hit, Defi trying to fall with a button.
Okay, EX parry, get me out of there. Throw into the corner as well. This reversal of positions is very good for Defi.
All right, charge up the stomp, dive kick from top rope. Still off of the roll, able to keep this corner situation here for Defiant.
Really smart there from Defi. We did see Boltstruck use shield to anti-air the dive kick last time. So going for the CS there to try and find either a green shield or just the advantage after Boltstruck shield.
Oh, there we go, but the jump back. Great punish there on the 2B. Against the wall here with the counter. It's still not quite enough, but DB to try and escape. Boltstruck needs a couple more good hits to secure.
I mean, Boltstruck just needs one more at this point. Meter
That's
built. Quite the cycle. Just one good hit is all Boltstruck needs.
Ooh. There we go. The EX up kicks coming out from Defiant. Spent the 100 to stay alive.
Oh no!
Yeah, a little late on the shield. Easy grid break coming out from Boltstruck. Tried to float your way on through, but anti-aired straight through with the dash from Defiant.
EX dive connecting for quite a good bit of damage. Boltstruck also taking really nice corner positioning here. But the Defi sneaking that throw past the fireball.
Scoops back into the corner. Oh, but we pull up off the stagger pressure. Defi. Right. Now we're even up on the health. Just barely past that 100-meter threshold, but still chilling. Next hit should be lethal, especially off the counter hit stump. Don't even need the EX spend, but we got it just in case. Defi with game number 1 on this Enkidu.
Man! Oh my gosh! Defiant putting the good stuff on Poob's name here, making it happen with the Enkidu.
And we're right back into it. Holding on strong.
That throw was an unreal answer to Fireball. What was that?
Yep. Ooh, speaking of the fireball, we tried to sword car right on through and take the space right back, but Defi just waiting for you on the other side.
Pressure here, losing a lot of grid there, so going to spend that cycle. Try and earn it back, big counter hit. And at least deny the Celestial here. Oh no, what it? The Veil off, stealing enough grid.
Yeah, awkward off of the red beat. We still got IW at the end of this too. And a clean kill. We already were in VO after it started, so we knew that one was going to be lethal. Round on the board here for Defi, the perfect 2.
That was such a good secure on the cycle. Boltstruck had such a big grid advantage, and Defiant, of course, knowing the VO strips from clear, just going for it anyway, taking that grid advantage.
Run it back, tries to go for the dive, but parry, EX up kicks. Yeah, run up parry, but we still got CS, the stomp for the punish. Scoops right back. We're just taking turns here, playing a little leapfrog with the throws. Ooh, still sniped on a fireball on the way back, but once again, one parry works. Let's do it 3 more times.
Text there, goal. Oh, catches it. Sees it off of the CS and just run was enough to catch that backdash.
Damn, we went step, kick, pull up for the throw. Defi pulling up for a second game on the board. We might be seeing the 3-0 with the Enkidu trying to show Poob what it could have been in that losers finals.
The alternative universe right now. Fine, showing it off here. We had an earlier chat interaction where someone was like, Defiant, who do you play? And someone was like, every character.
Exactly.
Defiant plays them all.
If it's a character in Uni, it is a character for Defi, but a little whip on the 2C there.
Oh, what a mash there, Defiant. Feeling the rebuy there from Boltstruck, trying to get a little bit too much off of that offense.
Ooh. Awkward trade, but we still got Havard to make the most of it. There we go. Enkidu gonna come up big. Oh, the run back.
Excellent, and Defiant just looking unstoppable. Damage has been too much.
Alright, we got the dash block 226C, but that forward movement, right? Still threatening the cycle. A couple shields coming out from Boltstruck. They'll float on the way down, but punched right in the face for it. We should be able to secure cycle for it too.
Yeah, the fact that grid increases during the combo really helping out Defi there, securing the cycle. Will get put in the corner here. Nanase so good at crossing up during combos.
That coming out. CS available. Backdash it out. It's fine to give up the cycle here. You have so much in the corner. But Celestial available for Boltstruck. The dive from Uptown.
Oh, not quite able to low crush Sword Car. Will connect there for Boltstruck.
See ABN clean knockdown. It's up the EX parry too. And the low. Here we go. Counter hit for Boltstruck. Yes, available. I think we just cash out into the 200 just to make sure. Actually, we have enough for the single EX spend. 125. Still set point for Defi. Tournament point even. Got a little chunk of change to try and fight back with.
Oh, tried to roll through to make that projectile a little bit scarier. But Defiant now.
Walk it out. Stand shield. All the air stall in the world, but still sniped out by the fireball.
Pretty clever from Boltstruck. Able to get that projectile out meant that that air stall was kind of making it, you know, just Defiant approach to trying to delete the projectile, but Boltstruck still coming down, still at advantage there in the air.
Ooh, backdash, but still the deep run in from Defiant. The chase stays on. And now with the meter in the bank, give you one more touch after this combo to kill Boltstruck, fighting for your tournament life.
Caught on the parry there, perhaps? And here, though, both players one hit away. EX parry does connect. Slow there, making sure to deal with the reversal option from Boltstruck.
Okay, C follow-up. Back up against the wall, but we're still mid-screen. It's fine. The whiff on the throw, still able to shield in time. Another whiff throw, but no punish from Defi. Third time might be the charm, so Boltstruck not going to give you the opportunity. 2-1-4, but no challenge in time. 100 meter available. We send the stomp. Plus frames on deck. It's about to turn over for the grid cycle. Boltstruck, how can we stay alive?
On the edge of my seat right now. Will the tournament end here?
Right into the 2C. No meter available for Defi. It'll be a while till cycle turns over as well. We find the counter hit on the 6FF, the 3-0 for Defi. The Enkidu is your champion. Defi takes it home for TNS Uni on this fine Saturday night.